Okay, I'll give you a quick demonstration of Burties Timing Advance board with firmware version 3, running at 94 volts approximately on a 24 series 20 amp hour.
For the test, just using an unbranded 8-pole motor off a Eurotourer commercial e-bike. The timing board is fitted to a switch here, so I can have bypass A and map B selected like that. I also have the throttle override pot connected to allow manual timing advance, as you can see there. Cycle analyst is calibrated, so kilometers an hour equals RPM times 10. That's 245, 243 RPM. I've got 16 magnets in this hub, so I've set it as 8 pole pairs. As you can see, version 52203 of the firmware. Previous versions of the firmware read RPM incorrectly, below 230 RPM. Ian's now adjusted the internal clock on the firmware, so it now reads correctly. With timing threshold set below 12, as in this case 11, you will see the software RPM wildly disagrees with the actual RPM as given on the cycle analyst. Now you can see with the timing threshold set at 12, software RPM and cycle analyst RPM correspond extremely accurately. I've now set timing threshold to 40, so timing synthesis becomes active at just under the 100 RPM. Okay, now a demonstration of manual timing advance. Static is set to 0 on map A, dynamic also 0. Throttle override pot I have set 0, starting point, 100% end point, and 59 degrees advance at the 100% point. I'm going to apply those settings, go back to general. Now if you look at the cycle analyst, in bypass mode, 607 RPM, which pretty much agrees with the software figure. Switch to map A with 0 manual override, the same figure. Start winding the throttle pot up. You can see for yourself. I'll stop it there and see what figure we've come up with. Back to bypass mode. About 92% of 59. 59. 54 degrees throttle advance. Seems to be about all this motor will take. So we've now got 860 RPM as opposed to 600. Also, this is unloaded. Okay, I've now set reference RPM of 600 We've got a dynamic shift at 600 of 45 degrees advance. Let's see what happens. Remember, there is no throttle advance this time. This is totally dynamic. Okay. Okay, now I'm trying as a reference of 800, so the advance won't come in quite as much. Still a little bit too much there. I don't think I can get away with much more than that. I've now got 45 degrees advance at 850 RPM. We're currently at 700. If I try and increase any further with the throttle override, I've stopped adjusting now and we get into the runaway situation. But that's not sounding good. Okay, this is a runaway situation here. It's stable at the moment, and I'm going to slowly increase the throttle, small amount at a time. I've stopped increasing it. I'm not touching it. It's going up by itself. I've turned it back down to 0, and it's still going mad. It takes a while to stabilise again. Nothing's damaged. Ooh, it's an interesting noise. No, it's a cable tie. I'll try that again. Yeah, runaway is about to happen here. Yeah, there it goes. Very slow amount of runaway. Turn it down to 0, and it's slowly recovering. So definitely on the limit there. Hope you enjoyed. At least I haven't bored you to tears too much.